Thomas, thanks very much for joining us on Hearts TV. Can you tell us a little bit about the work you're doing onto the reinstatement of this iconic Gorgie Road sign?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're here over the course of 2 weeks to paint by hand on the side of the stand onto the corrugations, a recreation of the original sign from 1928.
You're a traditional sign writer by trade. Can you tell us a little bit about what that job is and how that informs sort of the work you're doing up there?
So I hand paint things for shops, independent shops, big businesses, restaurants, spas, anything in it, and anything and everything. So we do it all across Scotland. We paint by hand, lettering mostly, but we also paint murals. And this is why I was brought in to paint this, because it's a sign that was originally done by hand in the 20s. They wouldn't have had any other option. So the same skills, the same style of brushes, and the same equipment would have been used back then as we're using today.
And of course, this isn't your first time working on a creative project with the club. You've done some fantastic artwork in our tunnel and various places around the stadium. Can you tell us what this process has been like working with the club and sort of how it's all come together?
It's been really good working with different teams this time. So working primarily with the heritage team on this project, whereas previously it was with the marketing guys when we worked and painted on the tunnel. We painted above the tunnel, and we painted lots in the main stand. So for the 2 entry stairwells for the main stand, the 2 football strips, and some things in the general sort of concourse areas as well. So this one we're outside, whereas the majority of the work previously was all inside.
Of course, this new sign is a reimagining of the much loved original that went from the 20s right through to when the stadium was redeveloped in the 90s. What's it been like kind of getting to work on what one day will hopefully be an incredibly iconic part of the stadium?
I just love doing anything with that historical sort of nod. So anything where you can have a look at old photographs and you've got to be a sort of typographic detective to try and figure out what style it was done in and look at all the intricacies of the original artwork and then try and recreate it. So taking all those photographs and flattening them, skewing them so that I can then redraw it, refine it, and then how getting it from that digital file, transferring it onto the surface. So hopefully it's just going to be something that people brings back memories for people, that they look at it and they appreciate its quality and the effort that's gone into it.
Of course, Thomas, this sign is forming part of the wider Maroon Mile project that's celebrating the club's history in the 150th anniversary year. And of course, your connection to the Maroon Mile project will continue after this.
Yeah, so we do the sign painting classes where we'll probably do a bit of painting, a bit of tutorial into how you hand paint something, how you apply paint to a brush, how you take that brush and apply paint to the board. So it'll be a bit of a workshop, something where sort of kids can be free and creative. Perhaps it will be themed around this project in terms of their own interpretation of this sign, perhaps. But we'll wait and see. But once they're normally very successful. Kids are really interested in the process and how it all works.